Have you ever felt as though no matter how much effort you put into changing your life, you always end up back where you started? Like a cycle that refuses to break, a pattern that keeps pulling you back into the same struggles, the same disappointments, the same limitations. It can feel as if some unseen force is working against you, resetting the game every time you try to level up. You push forward with new decisions, new actions, even new mindsets, yet somehow the results remain the same. The details may change, the circumstances may shift, but the core of the experience repeats itself like a song stuck on an endless loop. It feels frustrating, exhausting, almost as if you're destined to remain in the same place forever. But what if that's not the case at all? What if this repetitive cycle isn't a form of punishment, but a direct reflection of something deeper, something that has nothing to do with fate, luck, or external forces? What if, instead of being trapped, you're simply resonating with an energy pattern that keeps bringing the same results into your life? And what if the only way to break free isn't through force or struggle, but by shifting the very frequency you operate from? Everything in the universe, from the largest galaxies to the smallest subatomic particles, operates on frequency. Every thought, emotion, and belief carries a vibrational signature, much like a radio wave transmitting a signal. And just like a radio, you can only pick up the station you are tuned into. If your internal frequency is attuned to fear, scarcity, or struggle, then that is the station your reality will continue broadcasting. This isn't a matter of chance or coincidence. It's a fundamental law of energy and resonance. The patterns that play out in your life are not random. They are reflections of the energy you hold. If you keep finding yourself in the same toxic relationships, facing the same financial struggles, encountering the same obstacles, it's not because life is against you. It's because, on a subconscious level, you are vibrating at the same frequency as those experiences. This is not to say you are intentionally choosing hardship, but rather that deep-seated conditioning, past experiences, and unconscious beliefs are shaping the energy you emit. And since the external world mirrors your internal state, you continue to attract what aligns with that frequency. But here's the good news. Just as you are unknowingly attracting repetition, you also have the power to consciously shift your resonance and change what you experience. The reason so many people remain stuck is that they try to change their lives from the outside in. They believe that if they just fix their external circumstances, get a better job, find the right partner, relocate to a new place, then everything will finally fall into place. But this approach is like rearranging furniture in a house with a cracked foundation. No matter how much you change the surface, the deeper issue remains, and the same problems will continue to manifest. Your external reality is not the cause of your experiences. It is the effect. If you do not shift the internal frequency that is generating your reality, you will simply recreate the same situations in different forms over and over again. This is why some people who win the lottery lose it all within a few years, because their internal programming is still aligned with lack, and they unconsciously return to that frequency. It's why individuals who leave toxic relationships often find themselves in another one just like it, because their energy has not yet shifted to a new pattern. Until the frequency changes, the experience will remain the same. This is not a limitation, it is a roadmap, because once you understand how this works, you hold the key to changing your life at its core. The shift begins when you stop looking at the external world as the problem and start looking within. What energy are you embodying daily? What beliefs are you reinforcing? What emotional states do you live in? Most people wait for external circumstances to change before they allow themselves to feel different. They say, "I'll be happy when I have more money, when I meet the right person, when I achieve success." But this waiting game only keeps them stuck, because their vibration remains aligned with lack, delay, and unfulfillment. The truth is, it works in reverse. Your external world is not dictating your internal state. Your internal state is dictating your external world. If you want to experience abundance, you must first embody the feeling of abundance, regardless of what your current circumstances look like. If you want love, you must first cultivate self-love and openness. If you want peace, you must generate that feeling within yourself before your environment reflects it back to you. The universe does not respond to what you want, it responds to what you are. And what you are is determined by the frequency you hold. One of the most powerful tools for shifting this frequency is visualization. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between reality and imagination. It responds to the emotions you generate. This is why elite athletes, performers, and highly successful individuals use visualization as a key tool. When you vividly imagine yourself thriving, achieving your goals, and feeling deep joy, your energy begins to align with that reality. But the key is not just to see it, it is to feel it. Emotion is the amplifier that intensifies your resonance. If you want to attract financial success, don't just picture money in your hands. Tap into the feeling of financial security, the freedom it brings, the opportunities it unlocks. If you desire deep, meaningful relationships, don't just imagine a person. Feel the warmth, the connection, the fulfillment as if it already exists. The more you engage with these elevated states, the more your external reality will start to reorganize itself to match them. However, even with this understanding, many people remain stuck because they are too attached to the very things they are trying to change. They focus all their energy on what they lack, constantly reinforcing the feeling of frustration, worry, and fear. The more they dwell on what is missing, the more their energy becomes entangled in the very state they wish to escape. This attachment strengthens the frequency they are trying to break free from, making it even harder to shift into a new reality. It's like trying to untangle a knot by pulling it tighter. The more force you apply, the more resistance you create. The paradox is that true transformation requires not just aligning with a new frequency, but also releasing the old one. You cannot welcome abundance while still clinging to scarcity. You cannot embrace love while still fearing loss. This is where detachment becomes crucial. Detachment does not mean carelessness or a lack of ambition. It means surrendering to the natural flow of life, trusting that what you desire is already aligning with you, without the need for control or desperate grasping. Many remain trapped because they grip their desires so tightly, suffocating the very energy that needs space to manifest. The tighter you hold on, the more resistance you create. But just like trying to catch a butterfly, the more desperately you chase it, the further it flies. But when you stand still, open and receptive, it lands gently on your shoulder. The secret is in allowing rather than forcing, trusting rather than fearing, flowing rather than controlling. To change your reality, you must first become aware of the patterns you are repeating. This requires deep self-reflection and radical honesty. Pay attention to the emotions that dominate your life, the beliefs that shape your choices, and the unconscious narratives you have accepted as truth. What kind of energy are you emitting daily? What silent assumptions do you carry about your worth, your potential, and what is possible for you? Are you operating from a frequency of fear or faith, scarcity or abundance, limitation or possibility? The answers to these questions hold the key to understanding why certain experiences keep manifesting in your life. Your reality is not random. It is a precise mirror of the energy you project. If you don't like what you are experiencing, the solution isn't to fight the external world. It's to shift the internal world. You must stop looking at reality as something happening to you and start seeing it as something responding to you. The moment you change your frequency, your reality will begin to shift in ways that seem almost magical. But it's not magic, it's alignment, it's coherence between your internal state and your external circumstances. The world reflects back to you what you are, not what you wish for. The most powerful transformation comes when you embody the energy of what you desire before it appears. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Have you noticed cycles repeating, familiar struggles resurfacing, emotions that seem to follow you no matter how hard you try to change your circumstances? Do you find yourself attracting the same kinds of relationships, facing the same financial difficulties, or struggling with the same internal battles. What would happen if, instead of resisting these patterns, you examined them with curiosity? What if, instead of trying to escape them, you asked what they were teaching you about your energy? What if the key to transformation has never been outside of you, but within? The truth is, you are never truly stuck. You are simply resonating with a particular reality. Your life is a song, and the melody playing is a direct result of the frequency you are tuned into. And just as a musician can change the song by adjusting the frequency, so too can you transform your entire experience by shifting the energy you embody. The moment you make the conscious decision to release the limiting frequencies you've been holding onto and replace them with the ones aligned with your highest potential, the world around you will begin to shift. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to share your experience. Have you noticed how resonance plays a role in your life? What patterns have you identified? And what steps have you taken to shift your frequency? Your insight could be exactly what someone else needs to hear at this moment. And if you're ready to take this deeper, subscribe for more insights into energy, manifestation, and the unseen forces shaping your reality. Like this video to help spread this message, and turn on notifications so you never miss an opportunity to realign with your highest potential. Remember, you are not trapped. You are simply in tune with a pattern. And the moment you change your resonance, you set yourself free. The power is, and always has been, within you. The question is, are you ready to use it?